Winter storms moving across the country. Parts of the Northeast bracing for its first snowfall of the season in just a matter of hours. In the west, meantime, the mountains of California getting a heavy dose of winter, up to 4 inches of snow per hour in some parts. Gusty winds and snow-packed roads creating whiteout conditions. Power outages already leaving tens of thousands in the dark.
All right, everyone, early warnings have been issued by the NOAA, the National Service Storm Prediction Center. Massive rainfall, blizzard-like snow conditions, and even tornadoes. This is all on high alert to sweep through our country this week. So I'm gonna give you guys up-to-date emerging information on this storm that seems a bit out of place and definitely isn't following normal patterns at all. We know winter power outages will happen, and they've already started in some areas. The question is, are you ready for this? Whether you are or not, I have a few tips for you to lessen the impact of a winter storm emergency. What you should know, coming right up. Welcome back to all of our subscribers, and thank you for watching our videos. If you guys happen to find value in news that affects you, prepping tips, emergency how-tos weekly, be sure to hit that notification bell so you guys can stay up to date. Let's jump into this one. All right, here we go. And after we get done with the weather report, I'll be telling you guys an aggravating situation I got myself into after getting a huge dump of snow the other day. So frustrating. Okay, guys, we just saw this big, massive storm hit the West Coast like a hammer. Here in my area, we got from 1 foot to 2 feet, depending on how high you were. And places like California, Northern California got tons of snow. A lot of California got just massive rain. But it ain't done. It's about ready to head over to the plains and over to the East Coast, bringing havoc with it.
Huge storm system is set to sweep across the country starting this weekend, and it is packing a punch. Winter storm warnings have been issued across much of the West. For some, it's snow. In some places, measured in feet. For others, high winds and rain.
Good evening, Adriana. We have a big-time storm system coming for many of us across the country this upcoming week. Let's start with Tuesday and that threat for severe weather, which does include parts of Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas. It is not just going to be there, though. The whole system is going to gradually move east into Wednesday as well. And I think there's going to be that overnight threat in between as well. So be very careful. We could see tornadoes as well across the southern U.S. Here's how it's going to evolve, we think, during the day on Tuesday. Basically, really bad weather moving across the south, and also a blizzard in the northern plains at the same time. How about that? Only the way December can provide. And then, of course, through Tuesday and into Wednesday, the rain moves into the southeast. We lose the severe weather threat by then, but overall, this is going to be a very impactful system from coast to coast.
That's right, guys. Back-to-back storms. That's what's going on right now. A little bit early in the game. December? I remember the days that we hoped for snow by Christmas. But the weather's proven us wrong this year, and we're getting it hard and heavy, fast and early. Like I said in a previous video, we have been in freezing temperatures for over a week until yesterday. We're still well below freezing at night. So like I said, getting hammered in the west is going to creep up over those mountains, and it's going to build up that pressure as it goes over the mountains, and it's going to unleash. And it's going to unleash the beast in the mid-states and to the east.
Good evening. Well, you saw those pictures of snow elsewhere, but here in the Northeast, nearly no snow across much of the Northeast. That's about to change. This system now coming across the Great Lakes. It's weak for now. It's quick moving, but it will tap some moisture tomorrow afternoon across western New York, getting into the Hudson Valley and eventually New England. I think away from I-95, we could see 3 to 6 inches of snow, higher amounts in the higher elevations. But the big storm is coming into the west right now. Boy, Sacramento is really getting slammed. Look at all these alerts. Winter storm warnings. We'll see 2, 3, maybe 4 or 5 feet of snow, flash flood watches, and high winds as well, all the way down to southern California. A couple of days to get through the mountains, then it gets into the plains on Tuesday. Blizzard conditions across the northern plains, sub-zero temperatures, and another severe weather outbreak across the mid-south and deep south. We could see this line of storms going through Little Rock and Alexandria into Jackson, Mississippi. Tornadoes, strong winds, certainly a damaging and dangerous day across the south on Tuesday.
Okay, guys, so specifically, who's going to get hard? Let's take a look at the plains. This is what's going to happen. Then it's going to move to the south and then all the way across over. Like I said, we've already dealt with tons of power outages. It's hammered, and this is just the beginning. If you guys don't know Ryan Hall, he's the guy that I go to for in-depth weather all the time. If I sound like I know what I'm talking about, it's because I watch this guy. He doesn't know I'm endorsing him, but if you guys are concerned about the storms in your area, he holds live streams so that you guys know step by step what's happening, what tornadoes are headed your way. I'm not a weatherman, but he is. Now, before I give you some preparation tips to weather a winter emergency, how would you feel if you had a day like I had the other day? So we've had a ton of weather. And like I said, it's not normal to get it this early. Just in the last couple weeks, we've had a couple feet of snow. I even have to dig out the dogs because the snow almost buries them. And as much as I get ready for the snow, I try to be prepared. I got everything out, stuff put away. I still fall short. And I have put hours and hours into shovel and snow removal. In fact, 2 days ago, 5 hours of plowing snow and snow blowing and shoveling. My snowblower gas tank started leaking. To top that off, I suck up a dog toy into the snowblower and it gets all lodged up into the chute behind the spindle thing. It was jammed in there so tight, I had to cut it out with about 10 fresh razor blades. Dog toys are made with the toughest materials in the world, so they last a long time and the dogs can't chew through them. So frustrating. In fact, my lower back still hurts from that day. Just to say, we don't always get it right. There's always going to be a struggle. Thank God that we haven't dealt with a prolonged power outage though. A lot of people have already dealt with a lot of power outages already. Worse than removing snow is a power outage and trying to figure out everything and not knowing how long it's going to last and how far you got to go with your preparations. So you got to remember, power outages come with winter storms. These winter storms can leave you landlocked at home, not being able to go anywhere. You might be plowed in. Grocery stores might be closed. So I want to give you guys a couple tips that have helped millions when it comes to a winter storm and weathering that winter emergency. Everyone knows the worst time to lose power is a winter power outage. So with that, emergency heat and emergency light. We've got a ton of videos on our channel if you want to check them out, teaching you emergency ways to deal with emergency heat and emergency light. In fact, here are a couple videos right here that you guys could watch. Winter power outages may also put down the grocery stores. So you guys want to have water and food stocked up for at least a week. If you guys aren't prepped longer than a week, you need to be prepped for a week. And if you're prepped for a week, try to be prepped for 2 weeks. So you guys want to be prepared just in case it hits hard like they say it's going to this winter. If everyone's power goes out, it's going to spread all the professionals very thin on trying to get everybody restored, which means you might have an extended power outage. So if you need help with a prepping list, right up here we have a top 20 prepping list. It'll help jog your memory, it'll help get you started, it'll help you remember in case you left something out. Another thing you might want to do is watch a video on surviving a winter power outage. You guys want to have sleeping bags, wool blankets, down clothing, down wool clothing. You want to have some layers of some quality stuff that's going to keep you warm. We got a lot of weather coming our way, guys, and it's just the beginning of winter. So be prepared, not scared. Keep prepping, keep learning, keep doing. We'll see you guys on the next one.